who survive in the apocalypse not only sell themselves for a piece of bread, will get one free, involving their best friend as well. You'd better just follow Brother Kun obediently. Your husband is already dead. You might as well think more about yourself. In front of a group of burly men and said proudly, this she completely She never expected that her best friend Arshiers would betray her. Two big men couldn't wait any longer. They hurried forward to grab Cheng Ying. Cheng Ying couldn't help but scream, don't come over. Her body fell backward directly, and behind her was the window. Cheng Ying instinctively closed her eye. Just when she thought she was doomed, a strong arm wrapped it around her waist and pulled her back from the edge of the window. A strong masculine hand hit her face. Didn't you hear telling you not to come over? With a slap fiercely hit a big man's face. Followed by a fierce kick, the two big men were sent flying. It was very fast. So fast that it wasn't the two big men fell to the ground. The people inside the room, their faces turned fierce. Who you kid? Business. Several big men with knives and sticks was not flustered at all. I'm just a passing righteous knight. Smiled slightly on the surface. Your heart was already surgeon. I didn't expect that roomy Seniora really housed atop the hostess Cheng, with millions of fans online. Even you silently followed her, claim nights watching her live streams as a reward. You never have thought you've been dreaming a day in lives right across from you. Fortunately, I arrived in time. Otherwise, this goddess would have perished. In your arms, who just survived a death situation heard your answer and couldn't help but be amused. Congratulations, host. Goddess Cheng Ying's favorability towards the host. You brat. You're looking at... Several big men looked at you, who suddenly appeared. They swung their knives at you, fried Cheng Ying in your arm. Her hands tightly hugged your bare like waist, but the next second, they made that down because a pistol was firmly pressed against his forehead. What did you say? I didn't hear clearly. Say it again. With the huge desert eagle pressed against him, the big man already sweating profusely in fear, he never expected that the kid who slowly rushed out with a gun in the entire security team of the immunity. Only their captain, Burr, had a gun. Where did this guy get it? Finish the gun already. Held Cheng Ying's slender waist in one hand. And fire there? Honest, this is really thin. Just, you can feel her softness tightly pressing against you. Seeing the newcomer without hesitation, surviving bit and realized something was wrong. And those and sticks couldn't match someone with a gun. The next second, stop. Did I let you go? The big men just stopped. We could turn around. Chun-Wei chuckled he. Did I tell you to? We aren't afraid to die, you. I don't eat beef. Bang after several gunshots. Several strong men were about to escape under his gunfire. Skilled you with a gun that suddenly appeared. Wang Dan was so scared that she wet herself. The ground was wet. Rage statement this woman just made. Zhang Wei heard it all clearly. For such a disgusting woman, has always had zero tolerance. Second thought. He was about to pull the trigger at this moment. Shiniz stopped his hand that was about to shoot. Wei Zhang Wei looked at you in his arms with confusion, who thought she was doomed. Also seemed to have grasped a lifeline. She looked at Cheng Ying with her last hope. I'm your good sister. Think about our years of friendship. Think about how I helped you. I was the one who brought you into this industry. Seized the opportunity and kept her. She recounted all the good things she had done for Cheng Ying. Zhang Wei watched with interest to see what Cheng Ying would choose. Conversations. He heard all clearly outside the door, so he had a rough idea. If Cheng Ying could forgive Wang Dan, her best friend, then if she were top goddess, Zhang Wei wouldn't keep her out. Apocalypse, the first to kill the saints, Cheng Ying didn't disappoint him. I want to kill myself. When she said this, Cheng Ying's eyes were full of hatred. It was because of this good friend of hers that her husband died tragically. How could she let her go? Zhang Wei nodded and handed the gun to Cheng Ying. Taking the gun from Zhang Wei, Cheng Ying's body trembled slightly. She pointed the gun at her former best friend. Zhang Wei stepped forward and hugged her slender waist, smelling with sin. This could also alleviate the gun's recoil. Don't. Think about how I organized your wedding, pointed by Cheng Ying's dark gun barrel, then began to speak recklessly. She hadn't said it, but her words directly ignited Cheng Ying's anger. Wang was completely silent, stood there in a daze, seemingly not yet reacting. Within a few days, she and her husband's tragic death, her best, and today, she had killed her former. This series of blows finally made this woman member hold on. She relaxed Zhang Wei's arms and cried out loud. That for Cheng Ying now, thing was companionship and comfort, so she didn't say anything, just let Cheng Ying vent her emotions. An hour later, Cheng Ying slowly calmed down. Thank you for saving me. Who had just finished crying, had red eyes, still glistening in her eyes. Stars falling into a lake. Messy sense of brokenness. Truly pitiful to see. Sister Cheng Ying, you know me. Cheng Ying looked puzzled. She thought Zhang Wei was from a rescue team, but now it seems not the case. Rather than calling you Sister Cheng Ying, prefer to call you Cheng Ying. So stop. You've watched Melissa, because only her fans would call her that. He had followed me before, lived in this neighborhood. Cheng Ying understood why this man appeared in time to save. He must have seen the distressed sheet she hung out. That's why he came. She couldn't help but lower her guard a bit. At least it could be said, this man has no feelings, isn't it? Congratulations, Costa. Cheng Ying's favorite is the host. Sure? Zhang Wei glanced at the room, very festively. There's a character on the wall. There were also some red decorations around. In my husband's wedding room. But he is dead now. This man had heard a row line before. Re-anticipated. What Cheng Ying will say next? Can you do me a favor? A few days made her understand. Rescue's not coming for now. She can rely on herself for revenge now. The decisive actions of the man in front of her just now, she still remembers it. Now his only way is to help me take revenge. They killed my husband. I must make them pay for what they have done. Pay the price? With a snap, Cheng Ying knelt in front of Zhang Wei. Have no other way. Looking at Cheng Ying kneeling on the ground crying. Also for the hint of pity in his heart. Ding, scanning the innate and dead saint goddess Cheng Ying. Parents' door favorability, serial maintenance times Ian. Cheng is artsy years old this year. Innate undead same bot. Marriage certificate. Husband died in the over 10 million fans online. Sexy guy. And charming. As for this system, she's not surprised. After all, whether it's appearance, inferior the two sisters. But in terms of temperament, she's absolutely top-notch. Sweet and lovely. Sexy yet elegant. Cold the ceiling and pure design. Rest assured. This. I originally came for them for Zhang Wei. It's actually a matter of convenience. Hear his words? Cheng Yin looked surprised. Zhang Wei nodded with a smile. Cheng Yin excitedly threw herself in his arms. Hey, I'll definitely repay you. Congratulations to Cheng Yin's favorability is the host tosser. Current favorability, Arsher. Tell me about that brother, Kun. Well, the coordinates were all kept by himself. Now we can only let Cheng Yin talk about it. Cheng Yin had some knowledge before. She immediately told Zhang Wei everything she knew. Through Cheng Yin's narration, we quickly learned about the situation upstairs. There were more than 10 survivors upstairs. Was the former security captain of the community. He has a pistol. Here, not much of a threat. Another situation Cheng Yin mentioned caught his attention. A guy who can spit fire. And Chen said, yes. The cleaners out of thin air and burned the zombies to death. Cheng Yin say this, and recalling the traces of fire found along the way. Zhang Wei already had a guess in his heart. It seems that a fire-type superhuman has appeared here since Zhang Wei awakened his own superpower. He has been prepared to face superhumans any time with the absolute defense of spatial black hole. He's not afraid. He is quite looking for it. I'll take you to take revenge. Zhang Wei took Cheng Yin's hand. The goddesses are on the top floor of the Shuzhou floor building new. This is on the middle floors. Had long been driven downstairs by Brother Kun and his gang. So when Zhang Wei came in, he was surrounded by zombies. It's been too peaceful. This group didn't even post any guards. Compare the tight security of Brother Dao's building E. Zhang Wei and his companion easily entered the streets of the floor as soon as they and women engaging in intimate activities. This me innocent Cheng blushed intensely. Had obtained their marriage certificate, had the chance to consummate their marriage. Her head had passed away. This was undoubtedly a shock to her. Add this disrespectful behavior with a mischievous. Remove the silencer from your pistol, then fired a shot into the air. As the deafening gunshot rang out, if the world fell silent in that moment,